Episode 99.
It's definitely
Wait,
not 99. It's 90
it's
of the We'll
90.
Disagree to Disagree podcast. I'm going to let y'all know right now, disclaimer, today's not that type of day. So Beyonce, we're going to have to
Oh my God. Where did 99 come from? Because we just said 90.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get it together because I do not want to be the brunt of the Ryan Media Lee wave. Y'all, it gets scary in here. Okay.
Do it, or do
This
y'all do things
episode-
that causes it to get scary?
Say that again.
I said, does it, or do you guys do things that causes it to get scary?
Oh, please don't categorize me with guys, please.
You all, fam, friends, co-workers, however you want to describe it.
Oh my, I just asked a question now. I don't want no smoke.
No, let me tell y'all what Beyonce will do is drop the question and then run away and be like, did you see Ryan get upset today? Oh my God, what happened?
Drop any questions. I'm going to carry
Did you hear your voice crack? Did you hear your voice crack?
I have raspy voice naturally.
Anyway,
I'm going to carry my questions all the way through. Trust and believe, okay? As I just did.
Anyway.
I got the answer I needed, so I moved on. Bam.
What I'm about to do is put out the pre-podcast taping that took place for the first 19 minutes so you guys could really see what goes on the We'll Just Agree to Disagree podcast.
No, they don't want to hear that. They don't.
Exactly. Now, welcome to episode 90. What are we talking about?
Okay, so we're going to talk about, COVID. We're going on 3 years. I don't even know if we're still in a pandemic technically or not. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know if you've noticed because we're about to talk about it, but there are so many things that have changed as a result of COVID. But now I'm starting to really wonder, are we just blaming things on COVID nowadays? Or are these things really, really happening? Are some of these businesses taking advantage? Or are some of these people who used to be in the workforce using things as an excuse because of COVID? Like, what's really going on? And let's start with restaurants.
I don't think they are blaming things on COVID. I think restaurants are really out of workers and don't have that many workers due to COVID because people realize how much money they could make by not working on unemployment, government assistance, et cetera. And I think restaurants don't have as many workers, and then you don't have people that are coming back unless you pay them a certain amount. I think we talked about it in a previous episode. Now the minimum wage, how high it is, part of it, you got to start this high because a coworker is going to say, man, come in and say, what used to cost $8, you now have to charge me $15. Okay, well, we have all of 5 people working here to be a hostess, a server, this, and that. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I'm sure they would want to go back to where I know we talked about staying open later and how they close earlier now. How many times do you pull up? I just had called a restaurant the other day like, hey, are you guys even still open still? Like, can I come? Because it says 9 o'clock on the website, but what time is that? And she literally told me,
that's another thing.
It depends on the crowd. If it gets slow around dinner time, we may close. So you don't even know what time these places are closing, but I don't think this is by choice. I don't think they have the workers.
I think some of the businesses may be kind of using COVID as an excuse.
Restaurants,
I really do.
Or businesses?
Businesses in general, I really, really do. And then how long does the government assistance last? Like, I know COVID is pretty much over as we know it because it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. So we don't really put it under the umbrella as a pandemic anymore because it's a virus that's here to stay. It's got mutations and all of that. So I'm just concerned that I walk into a major restaurant, a full service restaurant, and there's literally like 4 people. Like, is that really a shortage of employees, or is it because they're trying to cut back? Like, I'm just like, it blows my mind.
Let's also be clear. Some places, businesses, have realized you can work with shorter amount of people and save money therefore. Because you're still going to the restaurant. You may have to wait a little longer, but you're still going to go and you're still going to have probably a great time and the food's going to be what you want. And they did that same experience for you with 4 employees instead of 14 employees.
But is it really the same? Have you noticed that some of the quality in things has gone down as a result.
Well, I'm gonna be
Honestly.
honest. I only eat at like Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, McDonald's, anything with a drive-through that has a budget under $25. 25 is pushing it, honestly. I went to Chipotle the other day. Too expensive. Don't get the large queso. Spent way too much money on that. You got to go to the store get your own chips too. But I don't
Get your own chips, Lord. Oh my gosh.
yeah, I don't go to these restaurants where I can really be able to notice the difference. Well, no, I take that back. Not gonna speak. There's one that we went to that we did have to kind of wait a little longer. Me and you.
Oh yeah, yeah, long.
Yeah, we did have to wait a little long time. Yeah. So I mean, I guess you do notice it, but I
I
think that
find myself sometimes saying, that was that. Doesn't taste the same. It's not the same. And I honestly think a shortage of workers kind of brings the quality down. It does.
no, I'm gonna say this. And Hooters, if y'all are watching, my family, we are value Hooters supporters, customers, have been in Orland Park at that location for the long time. Shout out to Kiki. We often go to Hooters together. Hooters, when the wing shortage became a thing,
Oh wow.
that was tough. And
Yeah.
we realized that, but I don't understand how chickens and COVID correlated to where we didn't have enough wings. But that
Right.
I did notice, like there were sometimes, especially during COVID, you would get takeout and it doesn't taste the same, or it's
That's
not
my
the
point.
same. Or yeah, I give you that.
Hmm. That's my point. I don't know what's going on. I mean, when you have a shortage of workers, they're not going to put the time and the quality into making foods. So as a
I think
result,
that.
things aren't really the same. And that's
Right.
funny you should say that because I'm understanding there's a shortage of eggs right now.
Well, not
That's
a
why eggs have gone
yo.
up. It's crazy.
They are expensive. Luckily, I don't eat eggs like that. But my God,
I know it's ridiculous. I bought 6 the other day because I do a halfer. It's just me, and it was like 5.37 for
crazy.
6 eggs.
It's crazy.
And I was like, really? I thought eggs used to be like $1 something.
Yo,
I don't
it's
really cook a lot. We know that. So I'm not a grocery store girl where I know what costs what. But I knew that paying almost $6 for 6 eggs seemed like a lot.
you're paying $1 egg.
Pretty much, yeah. But back to this, man. I've watched news stories where there are business owners on the news having open interviews because they have to put it as a news story
Yeah,
to get people to come to the restaurant to
yeah,
have an interview. I
yeah.
went to I'm not going to really say names, but I went to one of my favorite restaurants. You know, they sell baked goods and soups and salads and sandwiches and stuff. So delicious. Love them. And there was a sign on the door that said, due to shortage of employees, we will be closing today at 2 p.m. I'm like, what? You're closing at 2 in the afternoon? Normally,
But Beyonce, in their defense, what are they supposed to do? If you have a worker that was there from open, even if they extend their shift, they can't be there till close. If I only got 10 people on my roster and only 5 can work on Tuesday, and those are my openers and maybe my afternooners, how do I extend them that long?
but what I'm thinking is it's a little bit deeper than this. I'm
What do you think
thinking
it is?
that people are just, because of COVID, everyone's work ethic has changed.
So
That's what I'm
you thinking
starting to
so you're
think.
thinking they have the workers. The manager just showed up that day and said, you know what, I'm feeling 2 o'clock today and I'm gonna close at 2.
No, 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 no. Workers are hired, they're on staff, but a lot of people call off now. Oh, I'm not
Absolutely.
going to come
So
in.
this goes back to my point. If I'm a manager on duty that day, what can I do? I know you came at 2:30, but I had to close at 2 because I don't have the workers. So what do I do?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, is COVID really to blame for this, or is
It
our work
is
ethic and
COVID
stuff
is
starting
the
to change?
no, COVID is the foundation because without COVID, that allowed people to realize I can make more money on unemployment. I can work from home. I don't have to go into the office. I don't have to go into the establishment. If none of this, it could have been surfaced underneath, but
Mhm.
COVID is what brought it all to light. And will it go back to normal? Maybe down the road, but not right now.
Gosh, I'm just blown. And then you see those signs when you're going down the street, the marquee signs on the different restaurants, like now hiring $19 an hour. You can make 22 if you work the night shift.
Yes.
I'm like, what? Because minimum wage is $15 an hour.
Yeah.
So if you're going to start me at 19 and then you're going to pay me $3 more to work the night shift, that lets me know that there is a serious problem because you
I
are way above minimum wage
I
trying to get
have
people to come to
said
work.
this a few episodes back. I will be transparent and say it again. There have been many a times that I have pulled up to a restaurant or a place like that where I have stopped and really thought about my schedule. Can I fit in a third, fourth, fifth job because I do a many here? But when you see a price like that, and some of them are now saying you'll get benefits,
Mm-hmm.
that's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do things to
Benefits.
try to get them in. And if they're
Yeah.
saying, yet again, I can go get a job and work from home, why am I going to work at this fast food spot? Okay, well, now the fast food is like, hey, we'll give you benefits. Come here.
Right. Right. Benefits. Some are starting to unionize. Like, what? So I
Yeah.
don't know. This could be a whole nother podcast subject about how employees and the workforce, they're finally realizing that, hey, you need me just as much as I need you in order for you to be successful. I'm thinking. But the news stories got me. I'm like, gosh, these people have to have a reporter put them on the air to advertise that they're
I,
having an open house or an interview.
I know I've seen that before, yeah, where it's been a restaurant that was like, hey, we're trying to give jobs
Yes.
to the community. We're trying to help y'all, help us help you, or whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's real.
Yeah. And it just really makes me sad too, because, we work downtown and I'm out and about quite a bit. And I see so many people who appear to be homeless. And they're able mind and body and
But
they're
can't
they're
go get that
fine
job.
physically.
Yeah,
And I'm like, gosh, why can't they go get that job
yeah,
at the McDonald's or, at Amazon or just
wherever.
wherever?
Yeah.
It just hurts my heart to see that they're out asking for money and whatever, and they appear, now I don't know, could be something else going on. They appear to be healthy, and some of them even, I'll have a conversation. They're like, "Yeah, I lost my job. I never got back on my feet." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, sir, ma'am, there are so many resources out here for you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know why things are the way they are. But yeah, that. And then what about the whole shortage of food? I know you touched on it a little bit ago about the chicken wings, but man, there's another one of my favorite restaurants that sells soups and sandwiches and stuff.
Where are
They've
these
been out of
places,
lettuce.
Beyonce? What?
They've been out, they've been out of lettuce for months.
Oh, I did go somewhere. How
You know where I'm talking about. I'm not gonna mention the name, but
the
how are
one
you
we
out of
wait,
lettuce?
the
Man,
one we
can't the
go to?
manager just yeah, can't the manager just go down the street to the Mariano's and buy some heads of lettuce?
I have
I
gone to a
want lettuce on
restaurant.
my sandwich.
I went to a restaurant recently, and I was trying to get a salad, and they were really about to make me a salad with no lettuce, and I just looked at them and said,
What were they gonna make it with?
they were like, "We can do the tomatoes and the cheese and
Actually, that wouldn't be bad, but you gotta have some lettuce somewhere. Wow. Yeah, same restaurant. But anyway,
no, not that restaurant. I know which one you're talking about now."
oh, okay. Okay. But man, I'm just blown by like the shortages still and even ordering things online. It's like, okay, you're gonna receive this in 6 to 8 weeks. I'm like,
Well, I can be honest. I'm
eh,
not an online shopper, so I can't testify to that. That could be a whole nother podcast because I still hate this idea of online shopping. I can speak
get
on
used to it, buddy.
when I got the new iPhone. Everyone knows
Hmm.
the new iPhone is out, and there was when I went to the store to get it. I still like to go to the store to physically get it. They were on back order for a long time. Now, come to find out, I was able to go to Apple and get it, and they explained to me the reason why a lot of phone companies don't have it in store
Hmm.
goes back to COVID, where they create the iPhones. They had a COVID outbreak, and it shut down for 2 weeks. Mind you, this is the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas.
Yeah.
All the iPhones that were being sent out, like Apple gets hundreds a day, where you only have AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile, whoever, getting like 3 a day, and those are
Right.
sold out. So it's a shortage in everything. It's just this day and age.
Man, it's nuts. It's nuts. But we have adjusted. we've adjusted. So if there's something you have an eye on and you want to order it online and you know you need it for something coming up in June, you should probably order it now because it'll probably come to your doorstep by June. So if you go to a restaurant, I'm just tired of being out and about, wanting to kick it on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, and I'm going down the street looking for something to eat at a nice restaurant, a sit down restaurant, and it's closed. And it's 9 o'clock on a Friday. What? That does not happen.
Yeah, but you gotta think even before COVID, they were only open until like 11 or 10 if you're in the burbs.
Dude, 11 or midnight. And then weekends, sometimes 1
Yeah, but you're
a.m.
that person that walks in and they're like, God dog, why are you here this late?
because I'm hungry. And we
That
just went to a show and we want to go out to eat after a show.
yeah. Mm.
It's a ghost town now. And I just don't like that, which is another reason why I go out to Vegas as often as I do, because Vegas is still popping 24/7, no matter what.
There could be a bigger sign to this.
What?
Maybe God is trying to sit you down for a little while. Get in the house and sit down. You're too
Now, I'm
fast.
not going to disagree with that at all. I'm not. I'm not going to disagree with that, Ryan Media Lee.
You're
You're
too
right.
fast.
You're right. But I like to be out and about and I like to enjoy. And there's so much that this beautiful city of Chicago has to offer that I need y'all to be open a little bit longer than 9 p.m.
All right, well, look, I want to do this. If you are a restaurant owner, a business owner, you watch this podcast, you may be dealing with it. Comment on our YouTube, comment on our Instagram at We'll Just Agree to Disagree. Explain this to us. Maybe there's more to it that we don't know. Even if we can have somebody come on and dive deeper, why is this happening? And will it get better? So let us know, comment, subscribe, let me and Beyonce know. But until then, stay your ass at, oh God, stay home. I gotta go. I gotta go. I did not. Okay. Follow me at Ryan Media Lee. Yeah, we're done. Wrap this up.
And follow me at Beyonce Fox. And please stay open later. Thank you.
Gotta go. Bye, B.
Bye.